Greetings, my children. I'm Father Tim, and welcome to another edition of View from the Bleachers. I have to tell you, I'm mad as hell. Forgive me, Jesus. It's time that patriotic, flag-waving Americans stand up for our God-given right to oppose any minority or group that makes me feel, slightly uncomfortable. The time is now to raise our arms and our legs against the moral decay of this once great land. Join me, won't you, in opposing the misguided, godless policy of marriage equality for left-handed people. More on the other side. Welcome back, Father Tim here, and it's time we put an end once and for all to allowing left-handed people to marry like normal folk. As our forefathers would no doubt agree, what's right is right. They never said anything about left. I checked the Constitution too. Nada. It doesn't say we left-handed people. It clearly says we the people. By which, of course, they meant us right-handers. It's kind of implied. Now, before you start getting all tied up in your knickers, I'm not saying that all left-handed people are bad. I'm just saying, why take the risk of letting them marry? If we do, the odds are their innocent children may grow up to be left-handed too. We need to stop this epidemic for the children. I honestly don't mind if someone's left-handed, just so long as they don't behave left-handedly around me, you understand? Thankfully, Southpaws, they represent only a tiny sliver of the American population, less than 11% of our nation's 330 million glorious people. Let me ask you, have you ever met a left-handed person that you really trusted? Me neither. And I should know, I'm married to one. That's my wife. She's an artist. See how she defiantly holds that paintbrush in her left hand without the slightest bit of shame or embarrassment? It disgusts me. There is no shortage of historical reasons for treating left-handed people differently. Those reasons date back more than 2,000 years. In ancient Rome, the Latin word for left was, well, sinistra. It's where the modern term sinister comes from, which according to Webster's dictionary literally means threatening or portending evil, harm, or trouble. I'll bet you didn't know that the word left derives from the Anglo-Saxon word lift, which means weak. And the Dutch word for left is links, which also can be translated as cunning, shifty, or risky. And let's face it, the Dutch invented Dutch chocolate, which I love. Check out these charming Dutch folks. If they don't trust left-handed people, why am I going to argue with the wisdom of people who wear wooden shoes and live below sea level? Ever notice how people in just about every culture shake hands with the right hand? If someone you meet extends their left hand instead, you should run in the other direction as fast as you can. They probably want to knife you and steal your credit cards. And if someone gives you a left-handed compliment, that's considered a bad thing. In fact, even more so if the person giving it was left-handed and attempted to knife you and steal your credit cards. And did you know that most batters in baseball prefer not to go up against left-handed pitchers? I'm not really sure what my point was here, but it is interesting, don't you think? Still not convinced that left-handed people are morally defective? Well, check out some of these alarming statistics. Almost 50% of all crime is committed by left-handed people, while less than 15% of crimes are committed by righties. This graph is 100% true because I drew it myself using PowerPoint. Also, did you know that left-handed people are 37% less likely than right-handed folk to remember their mom on Mother's Day? It's disgraceful. They're also 53% more likely to take pleasure in hurting baby kittens. Kittens, everybody! Kittens! And a shocking 78% are more likely to hate God, who, by the way, is right-handed. And in case you doubted, check out this actual painting of God by Michelangelo on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. That's God on the right, pointing with his right hand, as you can clearly see. I'm tired of hearing bleeding heart liberals whine that left-handers are just like us normal people. I know that left-handed people are just, well, they're just not quite right. And being left-handed is a choice. Just like sympathizing with the communists or refusing to floss is just a choice. Oh, by the way, do you know who else is left-handed? Former President Barack Obama and Bill Clinton too, both left-handed. Any Republican will be happy to talk your ear off explaining just how much Obama and Clinton have tried to destroy our great country. What? Huh? What? Apparently I was just informed that Ronald Reagan and George Bush Sr. were also left-handed. What's your point, man? You're not helping my case. Don't get me wrong. Personally, I don't actually hate left-handers. It's not like I'm lobbying to get them deported. Although an economic case could be made for that point. I just don't want them to breed. Some of my closest friends have turned out to be left-handed. And, well, when I've discovered this fact, I've usually downgraded their friendship status to casual acquaintance. Want more proof that lefties are inferior? Check out these two handmade drawings. At left, a drawing of a man done by someone using their left hand. And at right, a drawing of that same man by that same person using their right hand. Scientists overwhelmingly conclude that the right-handed drawing is far superior. I have no idea why some people choose the deviant left-handed lifestyle. I'm not sure what neural misfiring occurs inside their brains to make them turn left. I've tried repeatedly to reach out to these people, using my right hand I should add, and I have pleaded with them to behave like normal right-handed Americans. But in almost every case, they flat out refuse to even consider changing their orientation. When I've asked why they refuse to act like the other 90% of us, they'll toss out some dubious explanation like, well, I was just born that way. But they're not fooling anyone. They could switch anytime they wanted to, just like I switched from combing my hair back to combing it forward to hide my receding hairline. Nobody forced me to do that, you know. So America, it's time to come together in love and togetherness to sign my petition to return the laws of this great land to a simpler time, like, say, the Salem witch trials. And let's all ban marriage equality for lefties before one of them attempts to marry your child. It's too late for me. Sadly, I unwittingly married a lefty. Our marriage is a source of constant shame and embarrassment for my wife. But in my defense, I had no idea she was a southpaw until I threw her a baseball one day, and imagine my shock. Thankfully, our kids appear to have escaped unscathed. Praise the Lord. They're both right-handed, just the way the good Lord intended. Well, that's the view from the bleachers. Perhaps I'm off base. I'm Father Tim, and remember, if you like this video, or simply feel sorry for me, please click on the subscribe button below and share this video with your friends or anyone you'd like to annoy. For more of my godly humor, please visit my website, viewfromthebleachers.net. Thanks for joining me, and right on, my friend.